Today, I myself, Bunyo Hinja,
Nangra Mercy,
Naomi Jubilee, Punya Amang,
are the students of Standard 10 and are going to present a small role play on the topic drugs and alcoholic abuse. Now, before starting our play, I'd like to thank our English teacher, Sister Flora, for giving us this opportunity, and I'd like to thank everyone for joining us here. Now, I think everyone knows what is drugs and alcohol. But if someone doesn't know, then let me explain you in a simple way. Drugs and alcohol are substances that can change people's physical and mental state. They can affect the way our brain works. They can also affect how we feel, how we behave, our behaviors, and even our senses. This makes them very unpredictable and makes them dangerous for teenagers. Now, without any further delay, we would like to start our play.
Just now, I was going through an article and I kept on thinking, why do people who take drugs? Do you have any idea, anyone? According to me, our brain wants us to keep doing things that we need or enjoy. Drugs that people use or misuse excite the parts of the brain that makes you feel good. But after you take a drug for a while, your brain gets used to it. Soon, your body feels pain and awful without the drug.
Oh, I got it. But why do people get addicted to drugs?
I think anyone can get addicted to drugs. And there are a variety of factors that put them at greater risk. Common risk factors or potential causes of drug addiction include stressful early life experiences such as being abused or experiencing trauma, history of physical or sexual abuse, genetic vulnerability that is other family members struggling with addiction.
Also, I think that drug abuse is common in teens because that boy or girl may belong to a broken family where substance abuse is common, and because of which they are more prone to thinking as it is normal and partaking in it themselves.
Even associating with drug-using peers or peer pressure from friends or social circles, I think this is the point where a person starts to take drugs. Even mental health disorders such as depression, anxiety, make themselves insecure and unhappy. So as to make themselves happy and active, they take drugs.
I think the celebrities and comedians do the same way to boost their confidence.
Oh, this article this Mercy gave me had some points which really drew me towards it. That how substance abuse affects and causes an individual, a family, a community in a significant measurable ways. First, there is no peace in a family. Peaceful loving families can be divided by strain caused by abuse, drugs abuse, and extended family members or relatives may experience the feelings of abandonment, anxiety, anger, embarrassment, guilt. They might even cut ties with the person who is substance abusing.
Thus, people who abuse substance are likely to find themselves increasingly isolated from the family. They often prefer connecting with people who abuse substance and participate in another form of antisocial activities. They become a burden to a family and a community.
I have a question. Do alcohol also affect us in the same way drugs do?
Yes, I think that it's true. Here in this one article it says that drinking alcohol too often, too much, or unable to control alcoholic consumption can be a sign for a larger problem. The high concentration of alcohol in blood, here it says that in blood can take you to breathtaking cancers, coma, and even death. According to the World Health Organization, globally, alcoholic consumption is the seventh risk factor of both death and the burden of death and illness. Here I can see some of the long-term effects like the increased risk of mental issues such as increased risk of suicide, increase of cancers such as mouth cancer, esophageal cancer, breast cancer, lungs cancer, etc. And I see that alcohol can lead you in a way which you normally would do. Like you would commit a crime, or else you would do something that is antisocial in public, or do something embarrassing in public.
Including your behavior could affect your family, your work, and your friendship.
Also, I can see that the most common reason why people take alcohol is because stress. People going through a hard times can value drinking more than anything else. They think because it elevates their negative feelings. Also, teenagers drink alcohol as an act of rebellion. Some teenagers think that they are different from others and want to defy rules, because of which they drink alcohol. And one of the most common reasons that everyone knows is peer pressure. Peer pressure is one of the most prominent reasons why people of all categories drink, and especially the teenagers who are more vulnerable because they can get addicted easily when under pressure.
I think we have spoken and discussed about drugs and alcohol.
Do you have any idea how we can overcome the addiction towards drugs and alcohol? There is no cure for any mental health disorder, but when long-term support as well as therapeutic intervention is applied, people struggling to overcome do recover. Detoxification and withdrawal therapy treatment shows promising results in many cases. This treatment is advised to be carried out by healthcare professionals. Self-help groups are central groups for the drug addiction disorders.
I think we have discussed and spoken about drugs and alcohol. Shouldn't we discuss about the present condition of our state? Mizoram has become the highest substance abusing state all over the country. Anyway, our own state, Arunachal Pradesh, is also not lagging behind in the matters of substance abusing of drugs and alcohol. Many teenagers, both girls and boys, even young parents, are substance abusing. Do you know Marizona? Marizona is called the gateway of all drugs. Many youths, out of curiosity, they just indulge into Marizona.
Oh, just as you spoke about Arunachal, I just got reminded of a man my mother told me a few days ago. He's from Arunachal. His name is Kennedy Bagra. He has been rendering social service to the society in the field of drugs abuse and awareness for the last 10 years. He himself was a drug addict for a long 18 years.
Seriously, 18 years?
Yeah. He has struggled throughout his youthful days, but now has come out successfully as a recovery addict to render such an inspirational and human service, associating himself with Mother's Vision. It is an NGO that has been struggling for addiction-free society since 2014. With his help, this NGO has successfully conducted various campaigns and counseling sessions regarding drugs and its ill effects in various schools, colleges, and various sectors and villages. And Kennedy Bagra is a living example, and he's someone who has always carried the message, we do recover.
Now, I'd like to say lastly that you are never created to be feel depressed, defeated, guilty, condemned, ashamed, or unworthy. You were created to be victorious.
I've come to believe that caring for myself is not self-indulgent. Caring for myself is an act of survive.
A person might not recover in 10 years, but can recover in a day or even an hour. It all depends upon his inner strength and determination. Some sometimes we can only find heaven by slowly breaking away from heaven.
Mercy, your mother has arrived to pick you up.
Bye guys, I have to leave.
Oh, it's already time. We should also leave.
With this, we would like to conclude our role play. Thank you for lending us your time, and I hope that everyone has something learned new about drugs and alcohol. Thank you.